The digital security firm Corero Network Securities released their results this morning, revealing an impressive 20% increase in revenue. I'm joined on the line now by Chief Executive Ashley Stevenson. Ashley, what's been the driver behind that?
Well, our continued efforts to grow the business around the DDoS market is yielding results. It's been a competitive first half, but we've continued to announce new customers. The average deal size has increased during that period, and we have some exciting names joining the stable of Corero customers.
Are you able to shed some light on some of those names? Who's coming on board?
Yes, we've talked about during the first part of the year some of the top 10 US hosting providers, some leading hosting providers in Europe, as well as a new mobile service provider in the US. And over time, we do release public name customer testimonials, so there'll be more of those coming in the very near future to our website.
Ashley, you've said in your report that full-year numbers are expected to fall short of market expectations. What are the reasons behind that?
Yes, obviously we're disappointed that we won't be meeting the expectations within the market. And while our growth continues, it's not occurring quite as fast as we hoped for. So firstly, this is a result of some of the larger opportunities that we're tracking taking longer to close than we originally anticipated. Those opportunities are still real, and we're still making good progress, but we've adjusted our expectation for how many of them will occur in the 2016 timeframe. Additionally, we're also finding interest amongst our customer base for delivering DDoS protection as a service, and so we're expanding our offerings to include this capability. This reduces the recognized revenue at the time of the order, but over the life of the deal can increase the returns to Corero. So this is a long-term benefit, but can also result in a short-term reduction in revenue recognition. So those are two of the reasons that have led us to adjust our outlook for this calendar year.
So some big names. Tell me a bit about SmartWall. How does it work, Ashley?
Well, Corero's business is to help service providers and hosting providers protect their customers from the threat of DDoS. So in the past, customers themselves had to pay attention to their cybersecurity needs, but increasingly they're looking to their service providers or hosting providers to deliver a solution for them. And we sell the products and technology to those hosting providers and service providers so that they can enable their offerings to provide DDoS protection as a service for their clients. And
how big is this threat?
It's something that you read about regularly in the media these days. Hardly a month goes by without several high-profile victims being discussed. So it's definitely on the radar of all corporations and businesses these days to ensure that in the whole spectrum of cybersecurity protection, that they have addressed this specific segment we operate in, which is this DDoS or denial of service protection space.
It's certainly becoming a big issue. You've been in the business for more than 2 decades. What do you believe is behind the rise in these breaches now that we're seeing?
Well, fundamentally, it's our reliance on online processing and the internet as the backbone of modern commerce and interaction, not only socially amongst ourselves and our colleagues and friends, but also between businesses. And what often used to be traditional street crime or bank robberies now occurs in the world of cyber. So there's nothing really new in human nature or criminal activity. It's just that the tools of the trade have changed over the last decade, increasingly to the cyber side of the equation.
I suppose one of the things that might cause some hesitation for people in better protecting themselves is the cost. Is it expensive?
It's not, and it's certainly not expensive when you compare it to the cost of no protection and the downtime or service interruption, reputation damage that can result. So people are understanding that this is a cost of doing business these days, and something that needs to be part of their preparedness portfolio for protection against cyber threats.
That's great, Ashley. Look, thanks very much for updating us. Congratulations on those results. Talk to you soon.
Thank you very much.